What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey, and I'm Shakira. So I figured I'd start doing my morning trade setups as lives in the morning, and maybe one day I'll actually schedule them. But my mornings tend to be a little strange, so and guess what, y'all? The poof's out. Don't hate on it. Anyway, it's a beautiful Friday, it's raining, and I'm going to do my analysis for ETH and BTC. I personally am not a big fan of trading during the New York Open, which is about to be at 9:30 in another 6 minutes, so 7 minutes. So I figure I like to set up for trading after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. And I really like ETH. It looks like they're dumping the hell out of it. Wow, they're coming into my demand zone, y'all. Go, go, go. All right, so let's see. What is, as always, let's do the huge, right? Let's do the huge. All right. So I like to use the higher time frames to figure out trend direction. And I mean, if we're zooming out, man, that's man, that's rough. It's been a rough week, y'all. It's been a rough week. I hope folks who have their stuff on FTX got it out, and folks who were hoping that the FTX offer for Voyager actually worked. I'm one of them, so fingers crossed they pick somebody else. But look at this manipulation right here, just dumping the market before the market open. Anyway, so we're looking at a downtrend technically. On the 4 hour, we've made a lower high, but we haven't made a lower low. So until they do make a lower low, then I don't know that I'm gonna be super stoked about taking, any big longs, or, I'll still be looking for shorts for the most part. So I'll be looking for proper structure and trading between those areas. So on the 4 hour, they're coming into my demand area that I marked out a while back. So let's go to the 1 hour. Like I said, I'm looking for shorts. And yesterday, this played out quite nicely for me on the ETH. All right, so what are we looking at on the 1 hour? So they made a higher low, but they made a lower high. So, and let me push this over just cause, and I'll delete that. And let's delete all the analysis from yesterday, clean things up. And so they've come back down into this space, and I don't know about you guys. What does he think? Is it looking like an M formation here? Boom, 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 retrace, boom, potentially. All right. So if that's what they're doing today, and I'm not saying that they are, but they just made a lower low. How much time's left on this candle? 34 minutes? We'll see. So for now, I'm going to mark off my areas of interest for today. From a trading perspective, I mean, is the last area where price bounced and retraced back up, so they could, if they stop here and decide to come back down, this would be a nice area for them to come back to. I want to see when's the last, so I'm going to get some confirmation about if they've been down here before. So I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. Okay, so June, so a lot of touches and rejections, yeah, and we all know they can bust below here, but as always, we'll be looking for some sort of actual structure. Okay, so let's zoom in again. All right, so for now, what do we have? We have this juicy break with an imbalance, so that made a nice dragon fruit. And then on top of that, we have this breaker block that was formed right there as well. And let me add that BB in there. And then, oh, look, there's another breaker block in almost the exact place. Let me just drag that over. Perfect. Lots of confluence there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll down. Let's see what they're doing in the 15. All right. So what I'm going to wait for in this area here is some sort of confirmation. So they've just made a nasty little break up there. So I'm going to look for them to do something like this, do a little double bottom, and then ride it back up to here. That's what I'm looking for, for potential long. And then if not, if they choose to just boom, boom, come up here, then maybe I'm looking for a short from this area. But other structures that they have created is here. They have created another demand area. So let me just spec that out. So my question is, are they going to trade beyond these zones today? No, no. Well, sorry, it's a supply area. So that demand's down here. So, but there's imbalance here, and they seem to not, they kind of hang out in this area a little bit, but they don't really like respect it. They don't give this area any love. So I'm gonna wait and see what's going on there. And um there is a juicy potential for, if I see what I'm looking for along from here, and if they bust through it, then the other option for me is, they bust through, retrace, continuation, and this is where I want to take a short from, back down to this area that they last got rejected off of. Because we are in a short bias, right? But that doesn't mean we can't take advantage of both scenarios, right? All right, so let's dip over to Bitcoin, doing the exact same thing. And since we're so far away from these lines, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those because boring. All right, so now we're kind of hanging out between these two zones. On the 4 hours, so we're in a downtrend again, and they've made a lower high, but they haven't made a lower low. So similar situation with Ethereum for Bitcoin for me. And I just marked out the areas that they could go to lower. And 14, whew, I'll be buying a little Bitcoin at 14 for sure. I don't have a ton of money, so I'll be dollar cost averaging in, my little $50. Anyway, so they busted through here last time, didn't hang out, thought about it, and then retraced back up again into this area. So these two areas are going to be my mouse is acting up, will be my areas where I want to. Okay, looks like my stream bitrate is too low. Is that something I can fix? Video. Oh no. I will have to look into that. All right. Stream status is good. All right. So now that we've gotten that bias, let's see what we might be looking for on the 1 hour. Okay, what structures do we have? Now, I've decided that for the time being, when it comes to moving averages, I'm just going to hang out with the 50 to kind of help me with trend bias, right? So right now the 50 is going down. It's turned because of this CPI drama yesterday. But look at what they're doing. The market just opened and it is dumping. Good for it. So we're so far away from these other structures, and I'm just going to clear that out. Clear that out. And we've just bounced away from this guy. Whew, that is a strong downtrend. Okay. So if we make a lower low below this close, I'm looking for potential, it's breaking. If this closes below here, break, retrace, and I want to take a short from here. And then inside of here, I'll be looking for like a double top or some sort of pattern that would make this useful for me. But the other option is they've just made a nice supply area here, and there's no guarantee they'll come back up to it, right? And this is definitely going to be an imbalance. I mean, look at that market maker candle right there. They're setting things up. Okay, so I have two options, right? And they're coming in. I apologize. I missed this too. They're coming into this demand area here. Let's go demand. And it has a tiny imbalance. They've eaten it. Is anything else in here to corroborate this area? Like let's see, is it an SR area as well? Let's corroborate this, right? Let's see. Plus we're at a level, so technically probably is one. So let's do this. Which one am I pulling? Ah, the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's plop that back right there. And let's grab this guy. And let's see. So what I'm looking for is further confluence. And we're at a key level that they've sort of stopped at. So I'm just gonna drag, if you have you guys seen Zim enter the floor plus where he's like zooming in, zooming in. So it's like that for me right now. I'm literally just dragging it. Come on, man. Seriously? Got nothing? All right, let's. Ew, what did that do? Sorry, I hit the auto for a second there, and then it seems to have dragged me much further away than I liked. What are we doing? Okay, there it is. It's looking for this thing. Where is it? All right, scroll. How far did I get with the zooming? Oh man. You know what? I think like we haven't been down to 16 in like freaking forever. So it's pretty freaking far away, if we're being honest. So all right, so let's zoom in and use what we have for the moment. What we can see though is if they're choosing to hang out here. So I'm gonna set this SR area. So we see a little there, a little there, a little there. Strong area where they made like a morning star yesterday and then just, you know, ran away from the zone. So what am I considering my trading areas for today? Down here. And technically I would, and up to this lower high, this area here. Those are my areas of interest for the moment. Let's dip down to the 15 minutes. Already coming back down to eat some of that. So 10 minutes left for this candle. Like I said, we have some options. So I'm looking for some sort of pullback. And it actually might stop about here. Finding that like when it comes to market structure, it likes to hang out in those places. So it might eat most of this and then pull back, but there's no guarantee, right? There's still liquidity up here to be eaten and still this juicy break area. And ooh, there's another one here. It hasn't come all the way up to right up here. So I'm gonna wait for something up here to make it juicy or some sort of double bottom here to ride it back up. And then we'll see. So let me I found that yesterday I really enjoyed using the 5 minute to find the double bottoms or the chart patterns. But I find that if you're using the actual, what's what am I doing? If you're using like the chart patterns or the candlesticks specifically, that they work really well on the higher time frames. So if you see, and let me go back out to the 1 hour, and I've already mentioned this earlier, but if you see like this morning star on the 1 hour at a key level, then boom, you're in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? That was a good area. You don't want to take every chart pattern from everywhere. Like, look at this one. Here's another morning star. Did it go very far? No. That was a juicy one. Always take these things from like some area, some key area. If you can't find a key area, then, don't take it. If you're in the middle of nowhere, don't take it. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Well, yeah, this is why I like to wait until after 10 because I need to see what the market's thinking, like what are your thoughts? And this is looking like another M pattern. And those like to play out like this. Let me delete this one. And they don't have to, right? Let's be clear. So it could be like this, come here, we got a lower high here, and then drop to here, retrace back up to about this level where price last stopped, and then come back down again to eat this liquidity down here. That's a potential. So maybe I'm looking for something around here, depending on what I see once price gets to this level. So what I'm gonna do is, so I don't have to stare at this all day, I'll set a little like alarm right there. And then when that goes off, I'll come and check it. about you guys? Like the trading view alarms when they go off, they're jarring. They are so jarring. I'm all like, also, because this couldn't break above this one, this I think this candle becomes a mitigation block as well. Ooh, I like it. This corroborates my other thought. Do I have a mitigation block thing? No, I don't. Let's create one. So this would create a mitigation block, which is a failed order block, because price could make the higher high over that last high. So let's give it that, and let's save this guy as, actually, let's change the color scheme for this guy. What do y'all think for mitigation? Let's do a light, whatever the heck that is. And then MIB, white, top right, and let's save it. Save as MIB. Now, there's order blocks, mitigation blocks, breaker blocks, you know, but this one I think is pretty strong. So let's see how this plays out. So I'll wait for price to come in here and then reevaluate. Now on the lower time frames, and hey, Kitty came to hang out. You guys want to say hi to Kitty? No? Hey Kitty, you want to say hi? He hates to be picked up. So what I'm gonna wait for is like once it gets into like say the 5 minute time frame and it gets up here, then I'm gonna be looking for like a double top. So something like this for an entry. So enter somewhere about here. That's what I'm looking for. Or, some juicy candlestick pattern that tells me, or a juicy break that also tells me, yes, this is a good plan. But all of that's subjective until price does something. All right, so 16,511. So they've hit our supply area. Now my other option now is after 10 o'clock. So I'm looking for this as well, right? Right, something like that. If I want to take this to, sorry about that. If I want to take a long back up to this area right here. So I know it's mildly confusing. I was trying to move it, but whatever. So that's my analysis for now. I am going to, for this guy, I'm probably going to just be checking back to see if it comes back in. If it doesn't, even better if it taps this thing all the way down here and then makes a good candlestick pattern that's really bullish, then I'll pop in and put a trade in. All right. So I'll be poking my head in again after 10 to see how things are looking. All right, guys. I hope that's helpful for you guys. It's definitely helpful for me to plan my my potential trades for the day. Let's pop back into Ethereum for a hot second here and let's see what they're doing. All right, so they're hesitating, they're chewing on it. I am going to wait because they could most definitely, and like I said, we have these two options, I need confirmation for one or the other. So we're gonna wait. But we're in a good spot. Demand, breaker block, is there still a little bit of an imbalanced eat? Yep, there's a tiny imbalanced eat down here. There's even more down here if they want to really come down to this this area down here. And actually, if I'm gonna be honest, it should be probably about there, approximately. More touches and things. Anyway, let's see how the day progresses. I'm gonna leave you guys with this one last thought for preparing for your trades, right? Patience, right? Patience is huge. Follow your process, whatever that may be, your strategy, and don't deviate. And if you find yourself wanting to deviate, stop trading. Just stop. Because, you're not going to win in those scenarios. And don't get me wrong, like, no trading strategy is going to win 100% of the time. Like, if you can get 60% wins and 40% losses with proper risk and money management, you're probably doing really well, you know? So all I'm gonna say is like be systematic about it, right? And then once you enter the trade, be like, yes, I am in this. Some people make it into a game, you know, like I'm trying to do that. Yesterday I was super euphoric because my trades went really well. And then you get really sad when they don't do well, you know, but that's okay. So all I'm saying is, you know, follow your process and be patient because look, I'm gonna have to wait for these things to play out. I've already missed this move, you know? Like if let's say I was looking at this on the 5 minute and this giant drop, we had a red candle that closed below it, a green candle that closed below it, and then another red candle going down. You could have dropped into a short here and aimed for this area. Look, they came right to it and then came right back up. And now they're thinking. They're going to consolidate a bit, make up their minds about what they want to do, and then, you know, voila, you're in it to win it. You know, you could have, if, and I, yeah, I don't look at the charts until I'm ready. After I've done the workouts, I've eaten, you know, I've had my morning routine, check the news, whatever, you know, we're at the daily open, they rejected it. You could have taken a short from here. But a doji by itself is not enough, right? You could have said, okay, if there's a red candle after this doji, you could have entered, boom, 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 all that jazz. But look, another scenario, it's not random. Look, it's not random. We had a beautiful supply area, dragon fruit. Oh man, look at all this price action juiciness right here. Look at all this price action juiciness and a breaker block right on top of each other. So honestly, this it's a strong correlation right area right here. So you have all of these things, and then you know you see price getting rejected from this area, a doji popping off. You could have just been like, you know what, I'm gonna take this short, and then you could have ridden it all the way down here. What would that have looked like if you'd been like, okay, if there's a red candle after this doji, I'm gonna ride it to this next area, maybe to this next imbalance, and popped it up here. That would have been a 1 to 2.6, and that would have been okay. But you know, I was not looking at the charts. What time was this? 8:30. You know, I was at Starbucks getting a frap. Okay, getting this exact frap. So don't even judge me. My point is this: there's always another trade. That's all. It's always another trade. All right, guys. Have fun with that, and hope you know safe trading today. So Shakira out. Oh, drop a comment or a like. Let me know if you like the poof. Oh my God, so much poofage. Yeah. Oh, it took me hours to take it off. Take it out. Anyway, I'll be back to my normal sexy later. Oh, look at them popping back up. All right. Back into this area. Oh, look at that. Nice. So I wonder if it's a different play. If the play is, you know, drop, retrace, and then continuation. We'll see. Because it could be that they make a lower high here, blah, 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 and then come back down for another continuation. Let's see. Or they could come up to here. We'll see. We just got to follow what price does. Interesting. All right, there's an option. Again, that doesn't mean they can't make me a double bottom, because see, they can do it. But we are in our demand area, and this juicy breaker block, and they seem to be like, yes, I'm going to touch it and fly away. Oh man, look at that. Juiciness right there. Not looking for longs technically. I mean, if I see something that I believe in, sure, but I don't know, this isn't enough. I need more confirmation because they're just coming to eat this. And sometimes you miss the trades. What? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. 2 minutes and 49 seconds on this 5 minute candle. All right. Well, they seem to be coming right back up. Oh, there go. Oh, did you hear that? Dang, that's my alert. Oh, despicable. So they chose to come all the way back up here instead. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. They recovered all of it. Look, wow. Oh my God, look at this. What are we talking about? Did some news just come that I hold on, let's go to Forex Factory real quick. It's Friday. What what 10 a.m. prelim consumer sentiment. Well, it's not 10 a.m. yet. All right, I don't see any news that should be causing all of this juiciness. Oh, it's just mean. And look at this. Wow. Okay. Hey, you guys enjoy this price action. I find it to be quite fascinating. So this invalidates that. This bigger thing is what I was looking for. So that's not invalidated. The smaller ones are. So I'm probably going to be looking for this up here instead. If this closes higher up and it makes a lower high. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. All right, guys. Happy hunting. I will be going where price brings me. Have a good one, y'all. Shakira. Howdy.